Hello everyone! Welcome to my PokePark Wonders Beyond the Let's Play. I'm your host DeoGenZ, and today we are exploring the Unaware House. Oh, my apologies. I said it was the warehouse, but it's the Unaware House. That's pretty funny. Yes, we are indeed looking for something. Wow. You know, I usually don't buy that whole psychic thing, but psychic Pokemon? Alright, maybe they have the power to read minds. Or maybe not. Yeah, we want the Scientorium, pal. Oh, really? Truth is, I can't read minds one little bit. I usually get the first one right, so I thought I'd give it a try. Yeah. That's the funny thing, though, is most psychics, most phony psychics and palm readers and all that, usually they do just a lot of vague things that could apply to most people. So the user that is getting the fortune told will apply and fill in the little details for how it connects to their life. Whoa! That's a Joltik? That's what size it is? That thing's like the size of my thumb. That thing's so tiny. Whoa. Okay, maybe the palm of my hand, not my thumb. I was thinking about that. That's a massively huge electrical fat thumb. But, wow. That is great. I had no idea. I thought it was at least the size of a Spinarak. You know, that's because I just never look at the Pokedex for the 5th gen. Not that I really ever look at the Pokedex for any gen. But I don't pay attention to heights and weights and all that sort of thing. I just have a general sense of how large a Pokemon is, usually based on anime or the manga. But now seeing the 5th and even the 4th gen, I mean, I haven't seen Electivire, I believe, in the original version of this game. And yeah, there was 4th gen in that one. I'm not saying there wasn't, but this game gives you a chance to see stronger, more awesome evolutions from the 4th gen. Okay, now Snivy is not exactly super effective here. She's doing significant damage. Good enough. Oh, wow. And it takes just 2 leafy tornado blasts. What is that? I'm not sure what that's called. It's not... Tornado... Leaf tornado is when she actually goes into a tornado, but... I don't know what that move is. Call it Energy Ball. Even though I know it's not. It's actually a pretty good tactic, because it just takes 2 to knock him down, and it's a long-distance hitting move. Sorry, Electivire. You're much better in the metagame. You moved around relentlessly and dodged my moves. Could you be the famous Shining Knockouts? I get it. No wonder the battle was challenging. Battle me again sometime. Wow, we're Shining Knockouts. I guess we earned that nickname after defeating. After defeating the Hydreigon and the... no, the Hydreigon and Haxorus. After fighting those guys, we definitely earned the right to be called Shining Knockouts. Oh man, you know, I probably should have switched to Tepig here. Because while I don't have anything super effective against this what is this? I don't even know. I didn't even pay attention. Garbodor, right? I don't know. Staten Island Junk Heap. Basically, it is more super effective against me because it's a poison type, which probably makes Snivy's moves not very effective. That's why you see him doing the ... Oh, man. He's like, what are you talking about? Grass Pokemon? Grass has never grown in my area. It's just all waste heaps and trash. Lots of chemicals. Not good for plants. Whew. Electivire may have sucked the battle with Snivy, but it really helped us out against Garbodor. Oh, Garbodor. Garbodor is its name. Now see, this is weird. I'm looking at it. Awesome! That is exactly who I wanted to face. Oh, I was hoping he would come into the party. Yes. But look at Garbodor. Look at him. He's just... His actual face is on that plastic bag. So you're telling me if we step right on him, step on his little coattails there. Aha, there's that other little Joltik. If we step on his coattails and pull off his face pretty much, what happens to the pile of junk underneath him? Does it all just fall out from underneath him and then he's dead? That is such a weird Pokemon. And what if you battle him in a landfill? Well, consider how scary a Garbodor could be really actually in Staten Island. I mean, I said he's a Staten Island junk heap as a joke. Oh, yes. Ooh, Galvantula. But if you had to fight a Garbodor in any landfill, it could just command every piece of trash. It could send mounds and mounds of garbages. Garbage typhoons, garbage waves coming at you relentlessly, tire irons, gigantic flaming dog dookie piles because people throw out those bags into a collected bin. At least they do at my apartments. All that stuff just coming at you at once. You'd probably be crushed by like concrete bits and cinder blocks and old building girders and crazy stuff like that. So if you had to face a Garbodor in a junkyard, you probably would be screwed. I wonder to what extent his garbage control is. Is it just common trash that comes from typical Glad garbage bags from people's homes? Or is it industrial trash too? Because if he can handle the industrial trash, that's where he's really going to be strong. Man, imagine if in Black 2 and White 2, he had a future, or maybe not in Black 2, White 2, because it's already coming out in a couple of days, and I haven't heard anything about alternate forms for Garbodor. But in future generations, maybe it could be found in a more, I don't know, maybe like a old car junkyard, and it would be a metal form, a steel form of Garbodor, with all kinds of crazy broken up car pieces and truck mufflers and things like that, and old oil. That would be crazy. See, then Garbodor could be cool, but to me it just looks like a very lazy excuse for a Pokemon. Whoa! What was that? Bug Beam? What the heck? Oh no. You gotta be kidding me. No! We're stuck in String Shot? No, this isn't String Shot. This has to be Spider Web. This is garbage. You gotta be kidding me. Oh my friggin' god. Garbodor, knock it out. Did you miss? You did. Oh! And you dropped us in the same spot, you useless. Damn it, I wish that Electivire came to our aid. Oh, what a cheap move. You're such a spammer. Damn it all. Damn it, Garbodor. We were just talking about how you could be cool, but instead you have to be a freaking useless pile of trash that doesn't do anything and has to make sure that its plastic wrap head stays on top of the trash heap. Ugh, ridiculous Pokemon. Barely a Pokemon. I hate calling that thing a Pokemon. It does not register in my book as a Pokemon. I don't take down its capture data for my Pokedex. And for that, I'll never get the certificate from Game Freak. Great. Alright, launch your Bug Beam, damn it. I don't want to get stuck by your spider webs. Phew. Gotta do it in between his spiderweb blasts. That's really kind of cool, though, that an NPC has that type of strategy. That they actually programmed him in to be a spammy son of a bitch. Because that just... normally you don't see that. Normally the game will give you one typical pattern that the enemies will do. But that's great. You know, it adds to the Pokemon's appeal. It adds to their personality a lot more as well. I'm imagining this Sneasel to be ruthless, fast. Whoa! Didn't expect a projectile move. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about. More fast-paced slashes from Sneasel. Aw, come on. Our flamethrower totally could have melted that ice coming toward us. That's the only thing I would say could use work on in the battles. And trust me, the battles here are really fine-tuned and very top-notch. They're all really well handled. Again, I love the camera angle. Ah! Phew, I thought I was about to be slashed, but he got hit on the tip of the fire, which is all I needed to kill this ice type. But what could be added would be ability to block out your opponent's moves by launching your own. So Flamethrower could melt ice. I guess Pikachu's Thunderbolt could maybe shock the opponent through a Hydro Pump. That would be really cool. I mean, what I'm thinking about now, though, is really complex and shouldn't be instituted into a PokePark game. What I'm really wishing for... Oh, Gengar. One of my original favorite Pokemon. He was my first favorite Pokemon of all time. And then Deoxys came around and he was too more amazing. What? Oh, okay, I get it. There was only a second to catch him. That's funny. Oh, but, what was I saying? Right, a battle simulator, an actual 3D battle simulator. That was what I was hoping Pokemon Smash to be in the first couple of readings of Cerebi. I was reading it so hoping that it would be Smash Bros. For Pokemon and an all-out battle to the best with your favorite character, and they could have different tiers, much like they do in the metagame, but they could have different fighting tiers for Pokemon who are large, small Pokemon like Pikachu, and mix up the matches to see who could take on who. If they did that, that would be really one of the best spin-off Pokemon games ever. But what did we get instead of that? We got a shitty, spammy Pokemon Smash, or Pokemon Rumble, really, in English version, that is just a hit the 2 button festival. Really, all you have to do, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and go forward. It is such a boring game. And I'm not trying to offend anyone who likes the game. Really, if you like it, good for you. I can't be... Oh, we can't fix this, can we? I hope we don't need to. I can't be entertained by such mind-numbing monotony. You know, maybe some people like that fast-paced, just beat-em-up action and constant barraging of just one button to satisfy your need for victory. Maybe that's your thing, but I need a bit more challenge. I need some strategy to be thrown into the game. I can't just push one button and expect myself to be happy. That is just redonkulous. But I really would like the Pokemon Company to take another crack at... No! To take another crack at the whole battle thing. But do it in real 3D battle figures. Do it in this type of rendering out, which I know would take a long, long time. But if that was your goal from the onset, that you're going to create this amazing, awesome kind of Smash Bros. But Pokemon-centric fighting game, then you could be doing that. Damn your dash, Snivy. Then you could be doing that from the beginning of the game's programming and not really have to worry about it being a character model issue that you have to stick in and tack on later. Because with Rumble, I mean, come on, how long did it take them truly to make that game? Nice save. Because they already had the models from Pokemon Ranch. They did. They're done with it. They didn't have to make any new models. They just had to make them move a little bit more. And then they just put them into very much repeating maps that don't have that much of a storyline other than beat all the others. Yeah, that took a long time. But it was a WiiWare game. I'm talking about a full retail $50 Wii U game because I'm pretty much assuming at this point they're not going to program any more games for Wii, sadly. But that's fine. You know, I'm not going to get a Wii U immediately. But I'll talk about that in a moment. But yes, I would love to see a real Pokemon battle game like that. And I'd like to know in the comment section today, what do you think would be the best setup for a game like that You know, should it be all 600 plus characters? Should it be fully evolved Pokemon only? This is the point where I wish I had a nunchuck, but nunchuck is not an option here. So, you know what? I'm going to use Snivy's Dash, then get up to the top there and switch myself to Tepig, because Tepig has 4 feet as opposed to Snivy's 2 very kind of wonky running with the D-pad. Yeah, you see how much variance she takes when she does a turn. I think Tepig will be a bit more controlled in his movements across that narrow beam. So let me know, guys, what do you want to see Nintendo do as far as a potential Pokemon fighting game? It would be a really interesting spin-off to actually get into the mechanics of battling. You know, they've done so many already where they've swapped the story around, where now you take... Oh, come on. Now you take the journey from the Pokemon's perspective. We've seen that a couple of times. You know, we're playing it right now. We are playing as Tepig. And, you know, there have been games like Mystery Dungeon. There have been games like Ranger, where you can be a Pokemon Ranger instead of a trainer. So you don't actually catch them, you just use their assists. And that's interesting too, but I would like to see a game that tackles the art of battling. You know, it's lightly touched in this game, and it gets a lot better in the sequel here than it did in the original, because in the post-game, in the post-game you get a battle tournament to play, and that is tons of fun. It gives you a multitude of opponents to face that you've seen over the entirety of the game. And it gives you a real reason and incentive to go out and find assistant Pokemon that have really powerful moves to help you out within the tournament. So that's great. It's a start, but it's definitely not the end-all. It's definitely needing more time and more attention if they were to make it just a completely battle-centric game. So let me know, guys. Would you like to see that, or am I just talking complete lunacy and you think that Pokemon Rumble is enough and, you know, the battling here is sufficient? Not saying that it's not sufficient here. I'm just saying that I've fallen in love with it so much in this game that I'd like to see it in just completely all-battle form. Okay, Vast White Quill. That's all? No treasure chest? No 500,000 berries? Nothing? Alright, that was almost completely not worth it. Actually, I'm going to go out on a limb there and say it's completely not worth it, because we're not even doing that for anything. I'm not going to play the post-game for you people, and I'm not collecting the Vast White Quills for any reason, other than to see if I could get them. That's really about all. I'm not going to see Reshiram with them. But going back to Wii U, I don't believe I'll be getting a Wii U right away. I went out and got a 3DS right away in the thought of what happened with the Wii, where I tried to get it and it was crazy. I mean, I had to wait, I think, at least a year before getting one in the summer. And I ended up overpaying for it, $300, but I tell you what, it was worth it. Absolutely worth it. I have so many games on Wii, and I still got more to play through. More on my bucket list that I haven't gotten to yet. So Wii was definitely a worthwhile system for me to overpay on. And I thought it was awesome, and it really launched me into what was known as Nintendo Radio and is now known as my LP career. So Wii is very pivotal in all of that. But with Wii U, I don't know, I've not seen really anything that's going to pull me as far as first-party Nintendo-ware. There's some cool third-party stuff, and that's all real good to have. But the thing is, Nintendo's kind of lost me to PC. Yep, I don't hate to say it, but Steam is a wonderful, beautiful service that ends up giving me those third-party games that now Wii U has, that before Nintendo never had the hopes of obtaining. You know, now it's like, well, maybe I'll get it, or maybe I'll get it on Steam later, you know, when it's much cheaper and better for me to get, because I've already gotten so many on Steam. But Steam's online, you know, it pretty much is all online. Its online community is tremendous. And that kind of online is what definitely wavered me into Steam and away from Nintendo, where Nintendo kind of, they lacked big time on Wi-Fi for a long time. And now they seem to be getting the idea. They seem to be getting the picture with the 3DS and the Wii U. You know, they're understanding that online is essential. And I really, really hope that they don't rush the next Smash Bros. Game. You know, I mean the real Smash Bros., not the Pokemon Smash, what I'm talking about. Where's that freaking door that we need to go towards? I must have missed it. Somewhere back here? Oh, maybe if we hop over these crates, that's probably what I was missing. But I hope they don't rush Smash, because I do not want to play online that is laggy in the least bit. I really don't. And, you know, I don't think it's going to have a mass sellout like it did with Wii. You know, with 3DS, when that came out, I was convinced that, wow, a handheld 3D system, that is really, really novel. I would bet that it's going to go out within a couple of weeks, if not the first week. Turned out it didn't sell out at all, and they ended up having to do price cuts, but I was happy to get it when I did, because I ended up getting the Nintendo Ambassador program, which allowed me to get some free Nintendo awesome classic games. But I don't think that kind of hype is going to be... Oh, derp. That's a fire symbol. I don't think that hype is going to be around with Wii U, but I need to see more of what it can do, what makes it unique. I'm just not convinced by the tablet yet. So far, they've shown a lot of features that are interesting for TV watchers, like it can be a remote, you can watch TV at the same time and play a game. But I've got my own TV, you know, I've got my own monitor, my own HDMI monitor that I plug everything into, so that's never an issue. And even if we, you know, if we watched and played Wii on the same TV, we don't have cable, so we're not using a remote. We're not doing any of that sort of thing. It's just playing a video file or movie DVD that we have from our computer on the HDMI cable. So, to me, Wii U has a lot of gimmicky things right now, but I'd love for Nintendo to change my mind. I mean, I know Nintendo to be the massive innovators of the gaming industry, and that's why I went and pre-ordered the 3DS, was because of that crazy innovation. Wii U, I just haven't seen it yet. But what do you guys think? I always like to ask you that. I know I've already asked you one thing, but here's another. Are you super excited for Wii U? Are you on the tippy tip of your toes, ready to pre-order when you can? Or are you just going to lay back and wait till the rush goes by? Maybe wait for a price drop. Let me know, and I will see you guys next time when we explore the Scientorium.